Hey everybody, I'm Sean Ryan, partner and co-founder of R2 Accounting. Here at R2, our mission is to handle the accounting and finance functions for your small or medium-sized business so you can focus on what you're actually passionate about, growing your business. Welcome to our video series, R2 Cents with R2 Accounting, where we discuss information and experiences that we've seen or that other entrepreneurs and business owners have come across so that we can share them with you in the hope that you can use those experiences to help you on the journey of growing your business. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. Feel free to leave a comment or question below and subscribe as well to get updated on new helpful content. If you'd rather listen on the go, you can also catch our podcast, R2 Cents with R2 Accounting. With that, thanks again for coming by. Let's get started. Yeah, so hey, Rob Syke, thanks very much for joining me. I'm Sean Ryan from R2 Accounting. Rob, the founder and CEO of AGvisorPRO Inc., here to chat today. And the reason why we're here is we want to talk about AGvisorPRO's journey so far, and frankly, how outsourcing their finance and accounting functions has contributed to that.
Sure. So I started AGvisorPRO in 2018 and built an MVP with my own cash in 2019, then began to build a team in 2020, just as COVID was unleashing its ugly head. And I was looking for some financial help as I was rapidly growing the organization. And stumbled upon you and Heather, and away we go.
You know, before you and I got connected, what were things like at AGvisorPRO in terms of the finance realm? I mean,
well, I pretty much relied on my executive assistant to help me with tracking the numbers, and then my accounting firm. That's kind of where we were going, but I was looking for more hands-on approach, and I needed more bookkeeping, and I needed more support on the financial leadership side. That's really where you and Heather came in. So I was excited to be able to bring you guys on board, and we rocketed pretty fast. And
it did go quick. And yeah, I remember when we came in, it was a pretty smooth transition, but you know, prior to us actually taking over that role, was there any specific problems that you were really trying to address at all?
So there were, the accounting issues, setting up the GL, general ledger, and trying to set up some protocols around payments, accounts payable, accounts receivable, and also HR issues and policies. And that's really where you came in, Sean, to help me with the development of some HR strategies. And so that was needed, and I leaned on you pretty heavy. And I'm still working with you guys on the bookkeeping side, and also leaning on you guys for some additional support for our now CFO, Andrew Platten.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, it's funny how quickly that's changed. I mean, we were kind of fulfilling that sort of contract CFO role for a while, if you will, and AGvisorPRO has just grown so much in the last few months that, yeah, the need to have someone in that CFO chair full time just kind of popped up. And to your point, working with Andrew has been fantastic. But it's nice that we can still help you, and with some of the background stuff and ongoing day to day with Andrew in the chair.
Yeah, it was, for the listeners, we worked with R2 with you. I think you should call it R2D2. I think that would be. We worked with Sean primarily on the CFO side. That and our organization grew from 2 to almost 30 people. And it was actually, Sean, you came to me and said, I think that it's time for you to have a permanent CFO. And so you and I went through the hiring process of bringing on our CFO. And we still work with R2 on the background side of things, but I think you're less overt and more covert in our operation now, handling the bookkeeping, and then again the advisory side, working with Andrew where he needs help, and basically helping to ensure that we're maintaining the compliance that we need to.
Yeah, I mean, it is bittersweet, but it's great to get to the spot where the company needs somebody that is full time, right? So yeah, and I guess backing up a step, I mean, that's where we kind of are now. I never asked you this, but was there anything specific that kind of sold you on our services at the time when we were talking back in May or June? Like, how did you know this was the right fit?
We really built AGvisorPRO in a remote type of environment. I think that you and I actually have only met in person like 3 times or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Once,
3 or 4.
Once at a meeting in my shop, and then a couple times at Patrick's place. And so I think the level of trust was established very quickly. And I had a good feeling about you and Heather. You played a really key role in making sure that I think the governance inside of AGvisorPRO was structured strong right from the start, helping me out actually with some governance issues as we transitioned into board of directors was also a piece of the puzzle. And then Heather is really strong. So I wanted things like projections and 18-month rolling cash flow projections and rolling scenario 5-year, 3-year, 5-year projections. And so the work that Heather did with us on that long range planning as we set out to seek our seed round investors and now subsequent rounds of investment in AGvisorPRO is really important. Kudos to both you guys.
Yeah, no, it's appreciated. Yeah, it's amazing how that model changed so rapidly over time.
I think that one of the things that I appreciated, Sean, was the flexibility of you and Heather to kind of roll with the punches and work with us on coming up with strategies that made sense for both organizations. I mean, we played with you in terms of designing some strategies around compensation packages for you guys and stuff. And it was real good to be able to have those open and honest dialogues and come up with plans that work for both organizations. So I'm pretty satisfied and, really wishing you guys success going forward. And again, doing this because I had a great experience with you guys and continue to work with you. So it's an ongoing relationship, and I'm proud of the development of your company and where you're going. And, for anybody listening to this that's a CEO, I built another organization called AgriTrend, and we were nominated for one of Canada's top 50 best managed companies. And it took me forever to hire a CFO. I thought I could get by with just accounting and stuff like that. And so finally, I was encouraged to hire a CFO, and I wish I would have done it, 5 years sooner. So with you guys offering fractional CFO and accounting and financial services, I think that's a real good solution to many of the challenges facing CFOs and founders in new and emerging companies.
And you're right. I mean, I think we did work together at the start, but the reality is, we're business owners as well. So you're right. You do kind of just need to do what's in the interest of both parties. And yeah, I think we worked it out phenomenally.
It went really well. And if anybody is listening to this and is wondering, how it works out, they can get a hold of me. I've put down Rob Syke. They could robertsyke.com is my website. That's my personal website. AGvisorPRO or at rsyke or robert.syke at agvisorpro.com. All of those contact.
Well, this is great, Rob. I appreciate the kind words. It's always great to chat. Again, Rob Syke with AGvisorPRO. Check them out. And I appreciate you listening. Sean Ryan with R2 Accounting. Thanks so much. Okay, thanks everybody. If you just watched this through YouTube, hopefully the video was helpful. Again, feel free to ask questions in the comments section below and subscribe to get notified of new information and content later on. If you listen to this through our podcast, thanks for tuning in there as well. As always, if you want to reach out to us, send an email to sean@r2accounting.com, head over to our website, or find us on LinkedIn and Facebook as well. I'm Sean Ryan. This has been R2 Cents with R2 Accounting. Thanks so much again for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.